Today we will discuss analysis of fixed beam by moment area method when the concentrated load is acting eccentrically. How to solve the fixed beam when the eccentric load is present on the beam. Already we have discussed in last class how to solve the fixed beam. So these are the steps already we have discussed. The first step, to draw the free bending moment diagram, you have to consider simply supported condition. Then you have to draw the free bending moment diagram. Then by considering the end couples M and MB, then you have to draw the fixed bending moment diagram. Then you don't know what is the moment at the end of the beam M and MB. Then using the moment area method, you have to find out what is the moment M and MB, and that is the total area free and fixed BMD is 0, and total moment of area free and fixed BMD is equal to 0. Then after using this moment area method, then you can find out what is the unknown fixed end moments M and MB. Then after getting the fixed end moments M and MB, then you have to draw the final bending moment diagram or combined bending moment diagram. That is the free BMD and fixed BMD. You have to combine both, you will get the combined bending moment diagram. Then by taking both external loads and fixed moments at the ends, then you have to find out what is the reaction. Then after getting the reaction, then you have to find out what are the shear forces at different positions of fixed beam. Then after getting shear force, you can draw the shear force diagram. Then finally you will find out what is the where is the point of contraflexure distance. You have to find out the point of contraflexure. So these are the steps you have to use for analysis of any fixed beam. But you have to assume the free BMD is positive and fixed BMD is negative. The area of free BMD is equal to area of fixed BMD. A1 is equal to A2. Then moment of area of free BMD from A is equal to moment of area of fixed BMD from the same end A. A1 x1 bar is equal to A2 x2 bar. So coming to one example, that is how to analyze the fixed beam subjected to concentrated load eccentrically placed on the beam as shown in figure. So this is a fixed beam with the concentrated load is present eccentrically, that is at a distance A from the support A and B from the support B, and the length of the beam is L. Then here you see, so due to this eccentric loading, the moment at the end A and B is not equal. The moment at A is not equal to moment at B. So what is the next step? What is your next step? So first you have to find out, so by considering the simply supported condition, you have to draw the free bending moment diagram. So first you have to take the simply supported condition. This is your simply supported condition. Only have to consider the load, what is acting, that you have to take, and you have to draw the free bending moment diagram. You have to draw the free bending moment diagram. This is simply supported condition, and this is free bending moment diagram. You know that how to draw the free bending moment diagram. You have to take the moment about, here you see the reaction at A is RA and the reaction at B is RB. So you have to take the moment about the support A, RB into L is equal to W into A. So RB is equal to WA by L. RB is equal to WA by L. Then the next equation you have to take the summation of upward force is equal to summation of downward force. So what is the summation of upward force? These two reactions, RA plus RB. So RA plus RB is equal to downward force is equal to W. RA plus RB is equal to W. then you can find out the reaction at A. RA is equal to W minus RB. So you got already RB is equal to WA by L, W minus WA by L, then W into L minus A by L. But you know L minus A is equal to B. This is the length L and this is A. So L minus A is equal to B. So WB by L. So here RA is equal to WB by L and RB is equal to WA by L. This is the reaction. Then after knowing the reaction, then you can find out what is the maximum moment at C. How will you find out here the moment? RB into B. RB is your WA by L into B. WAB by L. So the maximum positive moment at C is equal to WAB by L, and the diagram is your triangular diagram. Triangle. For free BMT, the moment at C, MC is equal to RB into B, WAB by L. The free bending moment diagram is a triangle whose ordinate is WAB by L, as shown in figure 6C. So this is the figure, free bending moment diagram. Then, what is the next step? Then you have to take the fixed moments. You have to take the fixed moment. That is, you have to take the end couples, and due to these end couples, you have to draw the fixed bending moment diagram. By taking the end couples, that is the moment at the end A and B, then you have to draw the bending moment diagram. But here you see, the load is acting eccentrically. So here, if the load is if A is greater than B, then MB is greater than MA. MB is greater than MA because the load is present towards this joint. So this side the moment is greater than this moment. So here you have to take the MB is this one and MA is this one, because the load is not present at the center. If the load is present at the midpoint, then the diagram, the fixed bending moment diagram will be rectangle. But here the load is present eccentrically. So at A, the moment MA, and at B, the moment MB, but the MA and MB are not equal, and in this case, the MB is greater than MA because the load is present towards the joint B. So this is your trapezium. This is your trapezoidal shape. This is trapezoidal shape, and the fixed bending moment diagram. So fixed bending moment, let M and MB be the fixed moment at end A, but you don't know these fixed end moments. So this moment you have to find out using the moment area method. Assuming MB is greater than MA, because the load is present towards B, so MB will be greater than MA, as shown in figure 2D. This is the fixed bending moment diagram. Then the fixed bending moment diagram is trapezoidal shape, as shown in figure 2E. Then you have to assume the free bending moment is positive and fixed bending moment is negative. Then this is the moment area method. The equation A1 plus A2 is 0, A1 x1 bar plus A2 x2 bar is equal to 0. But the fixed bending moment, this is your negative you are assuming. So that the area of free BMT is equal to area of fixed bending moment diagram. So what is the area of free bending moment diagram? You know here. So you have to take, this is the area of free bending moment diagram, and this is the area of fixed bending moment diagram. So what is the area of free bending moment diagram? Here you see, what is the area? Half into base into height, half into L into WAB by L. This is the area of free bending moment diagram. Then what is the area of fixed bending moment diagram? This is trapezium. This is trapezoidal shape. So what is the area of this trapezium? Half MA plus MB into the length L. Half MA plus MB, or MA plus MB by 2 into L. This is the area of the fixed bending moment diagram, and this is the area of the free bending moment diagram. Half into L into WAB by L. So after simplification, MA plus MB is equal to WAB by L. This is equation 1. But here you see, as the moment at both ends A and B both are different, the moment at the end A and B both are different. So here you have to apply the second moment area theorem. That is, the A1 x1 bar is equal to A2 x2 bar, because here there is two unknown M and MB. So you have to use two equations. First equation A1 is equal to A2. Then the second equation is your A1 x1 bar is equal to A2 x2 bar. Then using the second equation, A1 x1 bar is equal to A2 x2 bar. Then you have to find out after getting another equation. Then after simplifying these two equations, you will find out what is the end moments MA and MB. So first you find out what is this equation. A1 x1 bar is equal to A2 x2 bar. You know already A1 is your half into L into WAB by L. Then what is the centroidal distance of A1? What is the centroidal distance? This is your L plus A by 3. The centroidal distance is equal to L plus A by 3. Here you see, this is the triangle. When we are taking the centroidal distance from this side, so what is this distance? What is this distance? Because this side is your A, this is B, and this is L. So the centroidal distance is equal to L plus A by 3 from this side. From this side, L plus A by 3, and from the support B, what is the centroidal distance of this 3 BMD? L plus B by 3. From this side, L plus B by 3, and from this side, L plus A by 3. So you have to take, so area half into L into WAB by L, and the centroidal distance is equal to L plus A by 3. Similarly, here, A2 x2 bar, you have to take A2 x2 bar. So what is the area of this trapezoidal shape? Already you know, MA plus MB by 2 into L. This is the area. And what is the centroidal distance of this trapezium? What is the centroidal distance of this trapezium? Because this is your trapezoidal shape. So you have to take the moment of this trapezium from the end A. So how will you take this one? You know that is for trapezium, how to find out the centroidal distance. MA plus 2MB divided by MA plus MB into L by 3. This is the, here, this is the area MA plus MB by 2 into L. Then what is the centroidal distance? MA plus 2MB divided by MA plus MB into L by 3. So this is your centroidal distance. So A1, this is x1 bar, and this is A2, and this is x2 bar. So this is the second, after simplifying this one, so this is second equation. First equation is your MA plus MB is equal to WAB by L. Then the second equation, MA plus 2MB is equal to WAB by L plus A by L. Then after simplification, that by subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, after simplifying, you will get MB is equal to WA square B by L square. MB is equal to WA square B by L square. You have to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. This is MB is equal to WAB by L square into L plus A minus WAB by L. Then WAB by L square, L plus A minus L. Then this is cancelled. So MB is equal to WA square B by L square. This is the moment at the end B. Then this equation, this moment, then you put in equation 1, then you will find out what is the moment at the end A, MA. So put MB in equation 1 and find out the moment at the support A. Putting MB WA square B by L square in equation 1, we get MA plus WA square B by L square is equal to WAB by L. Then MA is equal to WAB by L minus WA square B by L square is equal to WAB by L square into L minus A. Then you know LA minus A is equal to B. Then after putting LA minus A here, MA is equal to WAB square by L square. So the fixed end moments at end A and B are MA is equal to WAB square by L square and MB is equal to WA square B by L square. So already you have assumed the fixed end moment is your negative. the fixed bending moment diagram is your negative. So the fixed end moment at end A is your minus W AB square by L square, and the fixed end moment at B is equal to MB is equal to minus W A square B by L square. If A greater than B, then MB greater than MA. So you have to know this one. If A distance is greater than B, then you will get MB greater than MA. So this is the moment at the end of the fixed beam. Then after knowing the moment, then you have to draw the combined bending moment diagram, because you see, so this is free bending moment diagram. This is this figure. Coming to this figure, here this is free bending moment diagram, and you know, using the moment area theorem, what is the moment at the end A and at end B, M and MB. Then you have to combine these two figures, free bending moment diagram and fixed bending moment diagram. Here, so this is free bending moment diagram, and this is fixed bending moment diagram, and this portion is your cancel each other due to positive and negative, because free bending moment diagram is your positive and the fixed bending moment diagram is your negative. So this portion is cancel each other. So the remaining portion, this is negative, this is positive, and this is negative. This is the combined bending moment diagram. So here you got MA is equal to W AB square by L square, and MB is equal to W A square B by L square. Also, you know what is the total free BMT, this moment, you know, WAB by L. But after deducting this portion, because this is the maximum positive moment, here this portion is the maximum positive moment. So how you have to find out this maximum positive moment? This is your important here, because here you see, so this is WAB by L, so you have to deduct Y. You have to deduct this distance, Y distance, WAB by L minus Y, then we will get the maximum positive moment at the C. The maximum positive moment is equal to WAB by L minus Y. So you have to find out this one, because how will you find out this one? Because here you see, this side is your MA and this side is MB. This is trapezium, this is trapezium. So how will you find out this one? How will you find out this one? So look at this figure. Here you see, this is moment, this side trapezium, and this side the moment is your MB, this side the moment is MB, this side moment MA. And this is the free bending moment diagram, and the total ordinate, this total ordinate is equal to WAB by L. So you have to take WAB by L minus Y is equal to the maximum positive moment, this one, WAB by L minus Y. This is the line. This is the line you have to draw. Then this is one triangle. This is one triangle, and this is another triangle. You have to take two similar triangle here. This is one triangle and this is another triangle. The base is your common and the angle is your same. So what you have to do? So this side, let us take this distance is your Z. This distance is your Z. And what is this distance? This distance. From this to this, because you know this is your MA, so from this to this MA, and from this total is your MB, so from this to this is MB minus MA. So what you have to do? So you have to take two similar triangles. This is one large triangle, this is one small triangle. So this side by this side is equal to this side by this side. MB minus MA divided by L is equal to Z by A. Z by A is equal to MB minus MA by L. Then Z is equal to MB minus MA by L into A. Then after knowing this length, after knowing this length Z, and you know this one, you know this equal to MA, this equal to MA. So Y is equal to Z plus MA. Y is equal to Z plus MA. Then after getting this Y, then you can find out what is the maximum positive moment at the C. This total ordinate is your WAB by L. Then you have to deduct this portion Y. y length. So WAB by L minus y. So this is the maximum positive moment at C. So you see here these 2 points is your point of contraflexion. What is point of contraflexion? The point of contraflexion is the point where the bending moment changes sign or the bending moment is equal to 0. Bending moment is equal to 0. So these 2 points is the point of contraflexion. You have to find out also these 2 points. You have to find out these 2 points also. So now you are clear that how to find out the maximum positive moment from this figure. Then you have to take what is the load is your present on the fixed beam. Then you got what is the moment at the end of the beam, M and MB. So by taking the load and moments, you find out what is the reaction at both ends. Find out what is the reaction at both ends. So let us take the reaction at A is your VA and the reaction at B is your equal to VB. B and VB. Here you are taking what you are taking the reaction. So this is for the free BMD, RA and RB. So I am taking here. So this is the reaction RA and RB, and this is only for the free bending moment diagram. But here you have to take the reaction VA, VB, and here you have to take the load and also the moment, and by considering the load and moment and find out what is the reaction at A and the reaction at B. Then after knowing the reaction at A and B, then you can find out what is the shear force at different positions. Then after knowing the shear force, then you can draw the shear force diagram. So first you have to find out what is the reaction at the end A and B. So you know that is the process. By taking the moment about A, we get VB into L. This moment is your anti-clockwise, VB into L, and this is the moment is your given anti-clockwise, VB into L plus MA is equal to W into A. This moment is clockwise. When you are taking moment about A, so this is rotating clockwise, W into A, and this moment is your given clockwise. This moment is given clockwise, MB, W into A plus MB. Then VB into L is equal to W into A plus MB minus MA. Then VB is equal to W into A plus MB minus MA by L. Then after knowing VB, the reaction at B, VB, then you can find out what is the reaction at the support A. Because you know the total upward force is equal to total downward force. Total upward force is these two reactions, VA plus VB, and total downward force is equal to W. So VA plus VB is equal to W. Then VA is equal to W minus VB. By considering load and moment, this is two reaction. Then after getting the reaction, then what you have to do? Then you have to find out the shear force at different position. Because you see, you know that the sign convention, the right side upward force you take negative, and the right side downward force you take positive. Positive. Upward force negative and downward force is your positive. So here you see what is the shear force at B? Shear force at B is equal to minus VB. Shear force at B is equal to minus VB. FB is equal to minus VB. Then what is the shear force just right of C? Because there is no load between B and C. So what is the shear force just right of C? So this is remain constant. This is remain constant. FRC is equal to minus VB. Then what is the shear force just left side of C? Because when you are considering the left side of C, you have to take this load. You have to include this load, W. This is downward load, downward force. So this is your plus W. Minus VB plus W. This is the shear force left side of C. Then what is the shear force at A? So here also there is no load between A and C. So this is also constant. This is also constant. So the shear force at A is equal to this minus VB plus W, and this is equal to VA. What is the reaction here? VA is equal to FA is equal to minus VB plus W. Then after getting the shear force value at different position, then you have to plot the shear force diagram. This is minus VP downward, and this is your constant. Here also minus VP. Then shear force just left side of C here. This is minus VP plus W upward positive, and here also this is constant. This is the shear force diagram, negative and positive. Then what you have to do? Then you have to find out what is the point of contraflexure distance. You have to find out the point of contraflexure distance, because here this is the load and this is the moment, and these are the distance A, B, and L. So what you have to do for point of contraflexure? So you have to take a section X, XX at a distance X from the support B, because here there is 2 point of contraflexure. This is one point of contraflexure. This is another point of contraflexure. These 2 point of contraflexure. So what you have to do? You have to take one section this side, and you have to find out this point of contraflexure distance. You have to take the moment this side and equate the moment to 0. Then after simplifying, you will get what is the point of contraflexure distance. Similarly, also you have to take this side one section at a distance X from the support A. Then you have to equate the moment with 0. Then after simplifying, you will get what is the point of contraflexure distance this side. Here, take one section at a distance X from the support B. Then what is the moment here? What is the moment here? Mx. Mx is equal to Vb into X. This is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise. Vb into X minus Mb. The moment here is equal to Vbx into minus Mb. But at the point of contraflexure, you know Mx is equal to 0. Then Mx is equal to 0. So Vb into X minus Mb is equal to 0. Then X is equal to Mb by Vb. So the first point of contraflexure occurs at a distance from support B. That distance is X is equal to Mb by Vb. So this is the first point of contraflexure. So this is present between B and C. Mb by Vb. Similarly, you can find out what is the point of contraflexure between A and C by taking similarly. So the moment this side at a distance X, then you have to take Va into X minus Ma is equal to 0. Then X is equal to Ma by Va. This side is your X is equal to Ma by Va. Similarly, you will find out the point of contraflexure distance this side also. So now you are clear that how to solve when the point load is present eccentrically on the fixed beam. So you have to find out first the fixed end moment. Then you have to draw the combined bending moment diagram. Then you have to draw the shear force diagram. Then you can find out what is the point of contraflexure distance. So this is the complete solution of this example when the load is present eccentrically.